Michael, you want to roll it? Okay. I want to thank you all for making it to another meeting of the Santa Barbara Real Estate Investor Association. Looks like a beautiful day in Santa Barbara. Pretty hard to not want to be here, right? And especially if you come from out of town, you get to write it off. You know, part of the business. We've got the main website here, which is the Santa Barbara Real Estate Investor Association, short version, long version. And anybody come from out of town very far? Not too far? Good. Good. So this makes it real easy. Excellent. We've got a YouTube channel. Everything that we do is on video. And thank you, Michael. Hey.
Thank you.
That's my son, Michael Ringwald. I'm Dan Ringwald, the president of the Santa Barbara Real Estate Investor Association. We do these videos and we put them up on YouTube for free for everybody, anytime they want access to it. And we've got probably 8 years of videos up there. Got a lot of videos. In fact, we just put a video up there of the Vandenberg launch that happened a couple of days ago. And the significance of that is, well, if they're going to have satellites throughout the world, they're going to have a lot of launches because they're talking about 7,000 satellites. So that could be 2 or 3 or 4 launches per month. We could have just tourism or something going on up there just to see what's happening. It could raise the property values. Wampo could certainly use that help. The other areas up there are doing just fine. So that's what happens. We've got all these videos up here, and you can see the channel, YouTube, Dan Ringwald, that's it. Really easy to get to. And then we've got meetup.com, and this is the room that we're in. Okay, here at the Courtyard Marriott in Goleta, California. We do meetings out at Fest Parker as well, but we're doing less of those because we were competing with weddings. And you know how expensive weddings can be? Well, guess who they passed that cost on to? All of us. So we just went, nah, don't think we want to compete against weddings. Marriott here is very good. They don't do much on the weekends, so it's perfect for us to be out here. It's a good facility. Very happy here. The importance of meetup.com is for you to register there and to let people know who you are and what services you have to offer. This is free for you. Feel free to take videos, pictures, whatever. I know a lot of people go, oh, put all that stuff away. This is proprietary information. You can't do that. No, this is free information. You can do it as much as you want. What happens is when you sign up here for free, not only will you see a lot of other meetups to go to that you could be part of, if you fill out your profile and tell people, hey, I rehab homes, contact me anytime. You know, I do land trust, contact me anytime. People will contact you for whatever service you have. And even if you don't have a business, we've all got something we can offer. Painting, cleaning, whatever, okay? That's a good place to do that. So you really, even if you have to pay to come to the meetings because you've been here before, you still should go back there and RSVP every time you do so people know, oh, you're going to be at the meeting? Great, I'll be there too. I'm glad you're going. Very worthwhile to use this. Plus, it shows the number of people that show up at the meetings. Speakers only want to come to places where there's a lot of people. So if we don't have a lot of people, we're not going to have any speakers. And a lot of people only want to come to a place where there's a lot of people because if they're going to network, networking with 2 people isn't a lot of fun. Networking with 200 people, there's a lot of possibilities. So that helps you help build yourself, help build the REIA, helps everybody all the way around. Very important. That gives you a chance to, you know, put yourself out there and get a sense of what it's like to talk to people and network. We have 1 to 1:30. 1 to 1:30 is networking. Okay, so we've done that, even though ours doesn't look quite as nice as that. We've had wine in the past, and after we had some speakers have a little too much. Imagine that. Or and then some members have a little too much. We thought, it'd be better get rid of the wine. But so that's the schedule, 1 to 1:30. And now we're on to 1:30 to 2, and basically we're going to go through a couple of things here. Vendors, Linda Pliagas, she is actually normally here, but she's in Atlanta right now. She does these kind of events where you have 200 or 300 people, really huge. So you should Go to those when you get a chance, LA or wherever. I'll talk about a few things here, and then we're going to have Mr. Land Trust Randy Hughes, who's there in the back. Thank you, Randy, for making it. This is some really good information, and I'm very happy that those of you who can make it showed up. Because yes, we do videotape or video this and put it up on YouTube, but you can't ask the questions. You know, we've had a lot of speakers in the past come in here and say, okay, you know, here's all my great information, but just don't, you know, interrupt. Don't ask a question until I'm through, and then when we're through, you can ask your questions, and when they're through, what typically happens is they go, I got a plan to catch, goodbye, see you later. We could have seen that on a video. You know, it's kind of like, if you're not going to give people a chance to stop you right when they're thinking about it and say, hey, what about this, what about that, what's the value? What's the value of being here? The value of being here is doing that. Asking those questions. You know, and me too. If I'm up here, you know, blabbing on, stop me. Ask me a question if you need to. That's the value of showing up. Randy's got some great information. He spoke here in the past, and God bless you, Randy. You're about as honest as they come, and I'm really proud to have you here.
Thank you.
So thank you. Okay? And then at the end, outside, we do have a free table. We don't have a lot of stuff on it this time. A lot of times we've got CDs and all kinds of stuff out there. There is a free table out there with some things. If you have anything out there you want to pick up, do. Like my son says, whatever you do, don't leave your cell phone on the table, because it'll be gone. And there is going to be food at the little cafeteria they have here after 5. They don't have it open now, but they will later on if you want something to get through here. Okay? So, Linda is in Atlanta. This is her website. This is something you really want to think about, because I've gone to some of her larger meetings and met a private lender, actually who lives in Hope Ranch, and we were able to borrow $150,000 from this private lender. And the reason we did it was we wanted to refinance our personal house and a rental property in Santa Barbara, but at the time my credit was down to 620 or 40, somewhere in there, which means good luck getting the loan. Now, there's some very successful people that have millions of dollars, way more successful than I am, that buy and sell all the time, and their credit goes from 500 to 800 to 500 to 800, up and down, depending on what they pay off, what they're doing. And they say, I don't really care what my credit is. But, you know, that's a special case. Most of us need to care, you know. We don't have that much money. So when I got the $150,000, I paid down a bunch of credit card debt. And within 90 days, my credit went to 800. Now I qualified for the loans because creditors can't see private loans. Okay? That's how easy it is to fix your credit. It's usually just debt is the big problem. A lot of people will say, hey, for $3,000, I'll show you how to fix your credit. Guess what? Take the $3,000 and go pay off some debt. You'll be a lot better off. So, and we refinanced. Rates are low. Probably 4.5%. They're now gradually going to start going up if we do have inflation, so that will be a problem. So that's why it's good to go to Linda's events. Now what we have is a reason to try to help build this organization by giving away a gift for those that bring a guest. Is there anybody in here that brought a guest? Oh, you're so good. You are so smart. And you know, here's the deal. A lot of people say, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to make my guests feel bad that I just brought them so I could win a prize. You know, those guests, if they really get what's going on, if they jump on their investing and figure out what they do to make their life better, you'll be able to look at that and go, wow, I helped make that happen. That's pretty special. It's a good feeling to see that.
She grabbed me.
And you're a wise man for coming. Absolutely. Thank you very much. So what happens is we have a little contest to see who brought the most guests. And I keep telling people, you know, it doesn't take much to win this contest because as you can see, there's only one person that brought one guest. And what is your name?
Allie or Allison.
Allison, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Allison. Excellent. Well, you have won a Google Home, and I'm going to give you a choice. Have you seen a Google Home before?
Yeah.
You know what they are?
Mm-hmm.
They're like the Alexa?
Yeah.
Okay. So your choice is going to be, do I want the Google Home on door number 1, or do I want $50 cash on door number 2? She is so smart. These are $130. My wife said, don't tell them how much these are, just ask them if they want the cash, because I think most people want cash, they don't care about this technology. I think somebody does. So what I would like you to do is come up here and introduce yourself, hold this up, and then just tell us kind of what services you might have to offer, because we want a chance to promote you. We want to put you up on a video. We're going to put you up on our website. We have a special page for people who win our contest for guests. So, thank you, Allison.
Allison.
Very, very happy. And go ahead and hold that up and just introduce yourself and tell people what you're up to.
My name's Allie Edwards. I work with Joel, Patrick. We have 33 North Homes. We buy and sell homes for cash, wholesale, and would love to meet lots of other investors and buyers in the area. And we are interested in all areas, but mostly Lompoc, Oxnard, and then outside of the state, Phoenix, and North Carolina.
That is fantastic. You're just the person, as the rockets keep taking off in Vandenberg, that people are going to want to talk to, because she's talking Lompoc. Now, where are you actually based out of?
Based out of Goleta.
Goleta. Okay, so this is the person that you really want to get to know, because there's going to be some things, it's not going to happen like immediately. But you know, Elon Musk with the Gigafactory is increasing values in Reno, Nevada like crazy because of that big Gigafactory. I suspect that something's going to happen at Vandenberg, because it won't be just Elon. It'll be other competing people that want those satellites up there. Allison is going to be the person you're going to want to talk to. Allison, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're so smart, and boy. What a wealth of information and services you have to offer. That's wonderful.
I got cards.
And she's got cards too.
Are you all like a two-team wholesale operation? Is that what you all do?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That is fantastic. That is so good. Thank you very much for being here and doing what you just did. Cool. Yeah. Wonderful. I love that. So, this is, you know, as you can see, it does work. This is a good game to play, and it gives you a chance to kind of feel what it's like to get out there and motivate people, because you're going to have to ask somebody, would you like to come to a meeting? It's about, you know, real estate, and you don't have to have money. You can make money in real estate without your money by using other people's money, as long as you give them a good return on their investment. They'll want to come back and do more. Whatever the story is that you want to tell. That's kind of a little game that you get to practice on and play, and it does make a difference, you know? Imagine what it must be like for me to motivate people to get them to show up here. That's pretty hard. It's not easy. Santa Barbara is a small area, and people, anybody in here heard of Fan Merrill? Okay, Fan Merrill's coming to Santa Barbara in a couple of weeks at the Fest Parker, and I see the room he does. I go in to see his meetings. You know, I'm sure he spends something close to $8,000 between flyers, phone calls, radio advertisements, the room he gets at Fest Parker. I've gone to 3 or 4 of the meetings. There's at most maybe 40 people show up. If he did the same thing in LA, he'd have 200, 300, or 400 people show up, because it's a big area with a lot of people. People are not going to drive from LA to Santa Barbara when they know he'll be there in a couple of months, and they're just not going to do it. It's difficult to get a big crowd in Santa Barbara. That's one of the reasons we put the videos up. Another reason we do the contest for guests. And, you know, I've had some speakers say, I actually like a small crowd. It's more intimate when we can actually answer questions and feel like, you know, we're making some connection. So, you know, there's good reasons to be here, but you need to be a member of other real estate investor clubs. Ron works with Los Angeles, what's his name?
It's Sam Sadat.
Sam Sadat's club, which is really big, really good down in Los Angeles. So, you know, this is probably somebody you want to talk to before you leave as well, to see what's happening down in Los Angeles. So thank you, Ron, for showing up. You'll probably see more of him around here. And tell Sam anytime he wants to come here and speak, we'd love to promote him and his club.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody thinks there's competition. No, there's no competition. There's just more for everybody. Okay. So we're at 146. I go to 2. So let me tell you a little about the free training, 30 days. Anybody who shows up for one of our meetings here has 30 days of free training from me, just meaning that you can call me up, ask me questions, whatever you want. If you want me to put you to work trying to get out there and do some wholesaling with us, whatever, that's what we do, okay? After the 30 days, you're gonna have to either start paying for my time, or you're gonna have to come back to another meeting. And the meetings are $10 in advance or $20 at the door if you've been to a meeting, but if you wanna come to all the meetings for free forever, you can do that. All you have to do is bring a first-time guest that's never been here, and each time you come to a meeting, bring another one, and you get in free, and your guest gets in free, and you both get 30 days of free training. Surprising how many people don't even call me. It's like, okay, you know, I'm free. But I've had many mentors say, quit giving things away for free. People don't see the value. Okay. I'm retired. I get to do what I want, right? So, that's the free training. The two businesses that I run are NH-BIG Inc., which is National Home Buyers and Investors Group, and that's the wholesaling side, and that's like homes that are 500,000, well, you know, 2, 3, 4, 500,000, that range, up to 10 million we'll work on, because there's no money out of our pocket. We're just matching up buyers and sellers and doing it with kind of work and ethics and legal contracts that make somebody like me, who's not a real estate agent or broker, legally able to do that as an investor, okay? That's that business. The other business is NHB LLC, which is National Home Buyers LLC, and this is a C Corp, this is an LLC, this is rental, long-term properties. Now, I used to do long-term properties and rentals for about 30, 40 years. Yeah, I'm 68, okay? So, it took me a long time, but one of the reasons when we have these meetings is so that people can come in here and slap me upside the head and say, Dan, why are you doing it like that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Well, after 8 years of watching all these different speakers come through here, I finally woke up and went, oh, I gotta quit doing standard rentals. I will never do a standard rental ever again. It's just a lifestyle choice. I'm not saying, you know, anything that I say up here is just my opinion and my choice. It works for me. Doesn't mean it'll work for you, and everybody's different at different stages in their life. But the advantage of doing lease-to-own means I'm only in them for 2 years, and during that time, the tenants are responsible for all repairs, 500 or less. The investors are responsible for all repairs, if required by the city, 500 or more. Okay? So when my tenants go, well, yeah, but what if the air conditioner goes out? It's $4,000. I can't afford that. I say, well, that's why we have an investor. They can either fix it and keep you in the house and on that lease, or they can say, no, I refuse to fix it, watch you move out, and watch them have to fix it anyway, and go through the whole process again of getting somebody else in there. Okay? It's a choice they have to make. I have to make. I'd much rather, if I've got good people, keep them. Okay? So the two businesses, 200,000 to 10,000. No rehabs, no ownerships, NH-BIG. NHB LLC, you know, this is all stuff that you can find on my websites. Phone number, in fact, if you want to text me or call me, that's a good phone number. It's just a Google Voice number. I'm here to help you save on everything. So we have people that start working with me say, oh, Dan, I want to go out and get 5 computers, and I want to do this, and I want to get 3 LLCs, and a C Corp and S Corp. I go, whoa, wait a minute. You don't need any of that. People will make you feel like you need it and scare you into spending a lot of money, but in the beginning, you don't really need to do all that. So let's just quit spending money and figure out how to make it. You want to focus on making money, not spending money, okay? Google is free, voice text, okay? And you can do it all on your computer. You don't have to sit there with a cell phone tapping things in with your finger. So, there's that. This is the website, NH-BIG website. That's what it looks like. Some of the stuff we're doing. Yeah, that looks like him all right. Okay. And some of the stuff that we offer through NH-BIG on the training. It's all on the website. And this is NHB LLC website for the long-term properties. And, you know, for me, it's 2 years. I want in and out, in and out, in and out. That's really, you get such better tenants. They're not going crazy every month, driving you crazy with all these little repairs. My screening process is so extensive now that it takes me months to place one of these things. And people go, well, you got a lot of vacancy, taking that much time. Well, I got a lot of headaches, less headaches, once I finally get people in there, and they eventually buy. But it has to be nice homes in nice neighborhoods, and I would say to do that, you need to be at $100,000 or more nationwide, wherever you are. As soon as you start thinking, oh man, I got a property for $5,000, no, you got a big problem for $5,000 in a really bad neighborhood. That's what you got. How do I know? We've still got some that we're trying to get rid of. Okay? Some of the reasons to do lease-to-own and all that information is really amazing. Won't get into it now because time is getting short. This is the website where we have our live listings of properties that we have for people that can jump on there, and then they just click on Apply Now. If you clicked on that and you looked at Apply Now, you'd see a rental application that you would. You actually ask people for their social media account? Is that legal? In Europe, the answer is no. In the United States, you're asking for public information. It's legal. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure you're doing whatever you're doing is legal. Okay? There's a lot of other questions on there that you go, oh my God, this is really intense. People get screened out real quick. They just don't even go there when they see it a lot of times. And that's good. That's what we want. Santa Barbara Computing Services, I've done that for years. My son Michael's doing a lot of it now. Websites, automation, whatever. Talk to Michael. He spent a year out at Geek Squad at Best Buy and said, Dad, I think it's time to retire. And I said, I agree. You want to go for your dream in life, you've got to stay on it. Because the longer you don't, the sooner you're going to think dreams don't come true and there's no sense in trying. They do come true. Okay? But you got to go for it. Personal Power Project. I've had this for years through a lot of different companies and things that I've done in the past. And I've looked at this and I went, okay, so I've got these different things that have to do with energy and how people can really be independent energy-wise. But, you know, I've got things in there like cars and whatnot, and people look at me and go, well, cars? Are you a car salesman? You have a license to sell cars? Or, you know, I used to look at that and go, no, I don't. How do I deal with this, you know? Well, thank you, Elon Musk and Tesla. You know, I started off because we got solar in our house, and I became one of their affiliates, and I just went ahead and said, okay, I'll be an affiliate for your solar, and they automatically put me up on their website. This is Tesla's website, not mine. They said, now, Dan, you're an affiliate for everything that we sell. Every car, every solar, every battery, everything. Okay? It's free. You can do this yourself anytime you want to. Now, if you want to spend the time promoting it, and will you get some money? Well, even if you only sold one a year, I mean, $1,000, it might be, you know, something. So yeah, if you go to the website, you get a discount for dealing with me and getting them referred to their products. Okay? Here's Victor, somebody who's worked with me in the past with his $5,000 check, all happy about doing some wholesaling with us. So